let's see about Inspire anyway. So I'm from Coride, and now something happened.
Oh, Emma.
So yeah, Coride, we're doing, we're a startup based in Ystad, and we do ride sharing for commuters initially. Here we go. So what is the problem today? The problem is that the clicker was working. Okay, so this is the problem. We have 3 million people in Sweden commuting every day by car. We're generating 8 million tons of carbon dioxide every year, and that's about 20% of the total carbon dioxide emissions from Sweden. In Europe, we have 240 million people commuting by car, and in the US, another 150 million. So why are they not ride sharing? Well, the surveys we've done shows that 93% of the people driving to work drive alone. And when we ask them, why don't you share rides with others? They say that they don't want to compromise on time. They want to be flexible. They don't know how to share the rides with. And they want to be alone in the car. And of course, we cannot address all these issues, but we can address the issue that they don't find anyone to share their rides with. And 92% of these people would like to share rides. So that's our reason for being. We've developed this app called Coride. It's out now. You can use it. We're running a pilot here in Lund. We match the drivers and passengers. We make it easy for them to plan their rides and share their costs between them. So we can visualize how much CO2 you save the environment, and we can also aggregate that data to your employer, so the employer can see how much CO2 they save in the company. This is a scalable solution, and we've built it to be international from the start, so we're hoping to go abroad after we've won Sweden. This is a global need. So why are we doing this now? Well, we think that the pandemic has changed the way we think about traveling to work. We don't travel as often, and maybe we don't need that extra car, for instance. We also think that the environmental awareness it's continually growing among people and organizations, so it's a good time to do it. Fuel prices, of course, are very high, and we don't see them going down very soon. And companies are focusing on being sustainable companies, to be good corporate citizens. And we think this is a way we can help them do that. Sharing economy is widely accepted. We use Uber, we use Airbnb. We like to share things, and that's something we trust today. And also companies want to be good employers, because people today, especially younger people, are very interested in working for companies that are sustainable and responsible. So the challenges we're having: we need to build critical mass for the systems. We need to have enough rides in the system so people can find the ride that they need. The biggest challenge for us is to change people's behavior, because we are so much in love with our cars. We don't think about it twice. We just go to the car and go to work. So this is a behavior we need to change. We need to make sure that people understand that this is a secure way of traveling. Going back to the sharing economy, we can live in an Airbnb apartment with someone we don't know. So we can share a ride with someone we don't know. And we need to build a company that is sustainable economically as well. So what's in it for the user? Well, of course, saving money. It's interesting, we had a survey a year ago, then 67% said that the environment was more important, and 1/3 said it was important to save money. Today, it's different. A majority wants to save money. That's the most important thing for them. And that's, of course, because of the fuel prices going up. We want to do good. We can do good today. We recycle, we do a lot of things, but we can actually save a lot of CO2 by sharing rides with each other. we can meet new people. When I talk to HR people at some companies, this is actually the most important aspect, that they will have colleagues mixing, not only with the people you work with every day, you can actually meet other people from the company. And what's in it for the company? Well, companies are interested in being sustainable, and they've done a lot of things already. But this gives them a chance to extend that thinking also to the commuting of their employees. And we think it's important for employee branding. You can actually use this in your brand. You can use the data we feed back to the company for your CSR activities. This is very measurable. It's not, we can see on a weekly basis how much CO2 they save. Less parking spaces needed, of course, and new social interaction. So an example could be, if we have a big company with 100 people sharing rides, let's say they do it 3 times a week, and they do it for 40 weeks over a year. The average distance is 50 kilometers to work. In Sweden, the average is actually 70 kilometers, the average commuting distance. So in 1 year, you would save 600,000 kilometers. So that's what, 15 times around the globe. You would save 72 tons of carbon dioxide. And this doesn't say much, how much is 72 tons, but I mean, it's a lot. And the average cost saving per person would actually be over 11,000 crowns for those people ride sharing. So how is this pilot going? We've been going since April. It's good. We have 250 people registered, which is more than we thought. That is unfortunately the only good news. The bad news is that people are still not finding each other. So we don't see so many rides happening. And we're trying to do something about this. We need more users, and we need those users to activate themselves and publish rights. So we are focusing on companies right now. We just had a deal with Axis last week, so there's another 3,000 employees that will get the information about this pilot and the support from the company, so that's great. We're focusing on drivers, so if we all join and we are all looking for rides as passengers, nothing will happen. We need that critical mass of rides in the system. So we're also extending the pilot. We said we would go on to midsummer, but we will keep on doing this until we are ready. So currently we have the support of Ideon. Thank you, Lotta. We also have the support of Medical Village and LTH, and those companies on the left have signed up to be part of this and support this. And we're talking to some of these big companies are not from Ideon, but they are in Lund, and they are very big, like Tetra Pak and Alfa Laval. So we're discussing with these companies as well. So we're going to save 1 million tons of carbon dioxide. That's our mission. We're saying we'll do that within 5 years of launching commercially. And that's actually possible. And so I'd like to get the cameras up and download the app, either the Apple version or the Android version. So please do. Thank you.
So if you have any